Hey guys, Ratchet Reviews here again with another video review, and I did have to get rid of the backdrop for this one. Just can't get this one in frame. This is the Might Kaiser set from the Brave Express Might Gaine series, and this is the only other thing I have from Might Gaine at this time, so unfortunately I don't have any other, like, this is as far as it goes from combining into Might Gaine's final forms. But yeah, so here we have the Might Kaiser in its train form in all its glory. We have the Kaiser drill and the Kaiser trailer. I think that's the name for it, I'm not sure. But yeah, it just, oh boy, it takes up way too much space in this mode. And as you see, a lot of wheels, so it does roll pretty well, as long as you have it on a nice surface. And as I mentioned before with Might Gaine, we do have a little port here that we can combine the other figures of the line to. And I did put Might Gaine back in his train mode just for this one instance here. And as I mentioned before, the little flip out peg thingy. And then that will just slot in right there. I forgot to turn him off, so we'll just do that real quick. And there is Might Gaine latched on to the Might Kaiser. And I could just pull him and roll him around like that. God, if I were to get the rest of these, I don't know how I would even manage to show off the remainder of the combinations. So, there is the Might Kaiser in its train mode. Quick size comparison with the Siege Optimus. Yeah, it's a big boy. Also a good comparison with just showing how big the trailer is. Here's the trailer for the MP10 Masterpiece Optimus Prime. It's pretty much the same size, lengthwise. Like, the box itself is pretty much the same size as the Kaiser trailer here. So, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. I'm gonna take Kaiser drill off. And then for the Kaiser trailer, all you do is open up the doors 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, as you do in regular and Sentai fashion also. And then you pull out the Kaiser machines, which have the brilliant monikers of Kaiser 1, Kaiser 2, Kaiser 3, Kaiser 4, and Kaiser 5. And then we'll just take this out because we're barely going to need to use it now. And just focus on the Kaiser machines. And also, I'm going to not use the backdrop from here on out because I think it looks better. So, alright, so here is the Kaiser machines and the Kaiser drill. Yeah, they're just little static vehicles. They really don't do anything on their own, except for Kaiser 3 as a crane does have his crane boom move up and down and rotate. That's all it does. Kaiser 4, I think, is supposed to be a steam shovel. Or not a steam shovel, but a steam roller. And it's got these little little claws here that don't really do anything. They just kind of whoop, up. And then Kaiser 5, which is a bulldozer, and his bucket does move. So, yeah. Now, weird thing is, before I go into the Kaiser jet mode, is that this set or the robot in this series is a little strange in the fact that it's the only robot I've seen in the entire Brave franchise that is not sentient in any way. This thing is 100% piloted by Might Senpuji, and I always found that a little weird. But anyways, so before we go into Might Kaiser's formation, there is, as I mentioned, the Kaiser jet that these guys can form. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take Kaisers 4 and 5. We're going to fold the blue piece down and fold the foot out. And then strap that on there. Do the same for 5. And I'll just lock in like that. And then take Kaiser 3 and Kaiser 2 and fold these out. I think, yeah. No? Hang on. I do know I do need... Aha, okay, I got it now. So, you do need these pieces off of the Kaiser trailer, which we were going to need for Might Kaiser mode. You do need these wings and this piece. So, take the wings, and there's 2 little pegs right here. They are going to go into holes on 4. Like that. And 5 like that. Now, hang on. So that's the right one. Okay, so now I think 2 and 3 lock on just like that. Hang on a second. Yep, I was right, just like that. And then we take the Kaiser jet and fold this piece back. And now be very careful with the Kaiser jet because mine has broken on me and I've attempted to fix it and it looks very gross the way I've fixed it, but it's effective-ish. I don't know the longevity of its fix, but we'll set the Kaiser jet. There's these clips and this clip that are going to correspond right here and here on the body of the Kaiser jet. I have to fold that up first. No, I guess it doesn't. It just rests in there, and then we take the crest piece, fold down this little bit, and then there's going to be a peg in here that just kind of sets in there. And there is the Kaiser jet. It's just a simple little transfer combination for all 6 Kaiser machines so they have something to do as well as transform and combine later. So that's really nice. I do like that. Now go ahead and separate all these again. Except for I'm going to leave 4 and 5 on because we're going to go from here to the Might Kaiser formation. So then we're going to leave the legs on and we're going to stand it up, and at this point we're going to need to move the tripod. There we go. And then we're going to take this piece off and then fold these bits down. And then we're going to take the arm pieces for Kaiser 2 and Kaiser 3. We take the little chrome piece off for the drill for Kaiser 2, and there's a peg here that will fit into that hole there. And then we'll open up this panel and pull his arm down, and this one will be the right arm. And then do the same for 3, just pull down the arm, close the panel back up, and then peg it into that slot there. And then come back around here to the back. There's going to be these empty hollow spaces are going to fit over these wheel sections, and there's actually a cut right here so it can fit on at an angle. Alright, I am zoomed out all the way. So bring the camera back. And then here we're going to take the Kaiser Jet, or Kaiser 1, and then fold the head out a little ways. Oh. Woo! I almost fell there. I guess you need to leave the nose cone extended for this transformation, but then just clip it on carefully. And then fold down this panel and this one here. Whoop, I did not have that clipped on all the way. Trying really hard not to clip it on like super tight because I don't want to have to try to take it off, because I feel like if I keep doing that too many times it's going to eventually break. So then get that on there and then get that crest piece put back in. And there we have Might Kaiser all transformed up in his robot mode. Take a quick look at the head sculpt. We do have a little bit of a Gundam-esque head going on with that mouth plate and the grill. And just overall, really do like the way this guy looks. He's a big, again, pretty big combiner. We do have standard poseability. We have the shoulders can rotate, but they do come into contact with the wings. So really about as far as you're going to get before you start popping the wings off is the one click here, the 45-degree angle. And I did forget the front of the Kaiser drill. If you pull this handle piece down, can fit into the fist right there and be used as a weapon. Oh, I guess you can actually get it up past the 45. So now he has just a giant drill crusher weapon that he can use. And yeah, he does have light piping. That was a big staple for the previous series, the Brave of Legend Degarn. And didn't really carry over after that except for this one figure. I don't think any of the other ones afterwards had this. So that's pretty neat. And again, bring in Siege Optimus here. There he is, standing so diminutive against Might Kaiser. And I do not have Might Gaine transformed back yet. I'm going to do that for the next video. So you'll see that at the beginning of the next video. But then here is King X Kaiser standing up next to Might Kaiser. Really similar names, so that's kind of funny and easy to get mixed up. But yeah, overall, a really nice figure. I do enjoy it on its own. However, it does have just enough to keep it from being too boring, which I do like. Most of the time, figures like these rely on just a simple transformation and then combining with another figure in the line. But this guy on his own stands out to be a pretty entertaining figure. And as I mentioned before with my Might Gaine figure review, that the Might Gaine was a Sonokong Korean release. This one, as much as I can tell, is actually a Japanese Takara release. So, again, no big difference. The only difference I think there is that exists in the two figures between Sonokong and Japan is the stickers. Now, there is a Brave Revival Legends is what it's called. It's a reissue of the three figures from Brave Might Gaine that form the Great Might Gaine Perfect Mode, where they are recolored slightly to better resemble their forms in the cartoon. Unfortunately, I don't have that because I don't know how much that would even cost, and yeah, as I mentioned before, we do have a new member of the family, so making big purchases like that is not feasible anymore. So, unfortunately, as unfortunate as that sounds, I am really happy with this figure at least. So, if you can afford getting the Brave Revival Legends, I say go for it. If you can find it for cheap, go pick it up like right away, because I don't have Might Gunner either, so I can't do the perfect mode. But we will in the next video show off Great Might Gaine combined. So this has been Retro Reviews. I hope you guys liked this video review. Take care. I will see you guys next time with the Great Might Gaine video review. See ya.